what are some of the kind of the meditations that you all like to do? What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite, or do you just let things happen as they happen?
My favorite to practice is really just silence. And I do some guided meditations, but really just me sitting, communing with ancestors, and just being. Like, that's my sweet spot, right? Visualizing me with them together, having a good time, sitting in silence, whatever the things, me being nourished or comforted or anything like that. But a lot of it is silence and some of those visualizations that kind of come with that. As far as teaching, my favorite is like body scan awareness. Yeah, I love those. Yeah.
I like the I was thinking about the kosher meditation today, and it's actually my most favorite because it again tells you to pay attention to all the things, all the things, like your breath, what's going on in the room, what you're feeling. I and because a lot of us tend to step outside of our bodies a lot. We almost numb out. And unfortunately, some people have substances that they use to numb out. But then a lot of people deal with that depression, and that is a numbing factor. So bringing you back into the body, yeah.
And even trauma, those responses that will not you do from childhood or any adulthood experiences. Yeah. So coming back into your own physical body as a process. Yeah.
I begin almost every yoga class that I teach with a kosher meditation.
Yes.
And I didn't realize it at first, but that is the one that I feel like, my classes are typically evening classes. And, people are scurrying in and rushing. And I feel like that's the one that allows you to, before we begin the movement part of the practice, allows you to land in the body, the mind, and the heart. And to your point of just going through the layers, starting with just that awareness of physical body, and then moving into the breath, and then moving into emotions, and then moving into thought, and then putting all of that together and just recognizing that you're here in this spot in stillness for just a moment. And then we get to the moving. But that's and that's probably one that I like to do if I'm dropping in by myself. I'm not good at silence just yet. But one that I guess that I can do kind of in silence is and probably one of my favorites is karma. I don't even know if it's a formal form of meditation, but we learned it during a silent retreat, and it's just that doing things in silence. So whether it's eating your meal or cleaning, doing a chore or something like that, but just sitting in the presence of what you are doing and being mindful about each step that you're doing, and not just kind of going about and doing it in autopilot, but
because that autopilot is a serious thing. Like, we miss a lot.
like exits on the highway.
Yes. I don't remember
Or
taking
an
this one.
The
or getting
menopausal
here.
blank brain. Like, where am I? Oh, yeah, just for a minute, you just blanked out. So it allows you to come back and be aware of your total surroundings, not miss anything, not miss any of that savory food or savory drink that you have.
And to your point, like, people think meditation is only sitting cross-legged in a cushion, like with the candles and all that. And it can be that, right? Yeah. But it's also, like you were saying, like, find moments of meditation throughout your day in daily task, right? So walking meditation, washing the dishes, folding the clothes, like, when you
Watering your
focus on doing
plants.
just that one thing, right? Like, your mind is focused, you can connect with your breath, you can connect with that thing or the movements of your body. And that's a form of meditation. And so putting that out there and saying, no, we're not just talking about sitting on a cushion, but we're talking about making it a way of life and how you can incorporate it into other aspects of your life. And anytime you choose to slow down and to focus and to breathe and to connect, even to just one task, like, that's meditative.
Walking.
Yeah.
One foot in front of the other. Just like just being in that movement. Noticing where your feet land, noticing how you're stepping, into the sole of the foot, the arch of the foot, the metatarsals. Like,
Yes.
I mean that, and we don't do that.
We don't.
we don't naturally. That's I mean, we just do
Yeah.
it
On
But
autopilot.
being able to allow yourself to connect in that way. And then, I mean, there's gratitude comes into that. Like they can flow into, you can start adding in elements. I think you could add gratitude meditations into each of those, into the karma. You know, thank you for these dishes.
Because we
And
ate
this
good. We had
opportunity
something to eat.
water.
Right.
to clean for my family, or you know, as
Definitely.
you're drinking the water, thank you for this, you know, glass of water as it slides down in the throat, nourishes the body, blah 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 blah.
All of it.
You can just layer those things on
Yeah.
top of one another. I think I have two more to add. Loving kindness,
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
which also, you
That's
know,
a
to me
real
feels
good
like a
teacher. Yeah, and it is. It is. Starting with yourself and
Yeah.
then including everyone else into it. I think I
From the
appreciate
random
that.
person to, you know, your deepest love to your
Challenging people as
Most-
well. Yeah.
yes,
Which I
yes.
feel like this has been especially good in the last few years with social and political unreckoning in our society. So, like,
Yes.
how can you, you know, just make peace in your spirit in those moments that are really difficult? And or showing love or gratitude or you know, patience.
showing up.
Yeah, to other people,
Yeah,
right? So there may be a group of people in particular that are out there hurting. So how I mean, I can do all the things, but it's a form of prayer, as you said, and you said earlier, your experience with meditation almost being like a prayer and offering it to other groups of people, other parts of the world in those times that have been really challenging over these last few years.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
I think that training and meditation also gives you that muscle of being able to release and to let go, which, you know, and this may be an entire other show where we lean into how, you know, meditation connects to spirituality. But I think one of the things that I have gained from having a meditation practice in addition to my yoga practice is that I can hear so much clearer God. I mean, my husband, he is really good at, you know, he'll say, I prayed about it and the Lord told me, blah, 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 blah. And I would be like, there was a time where I would be like, you heard it? You heard it loud and clear?
Oh,
Okay,
how did it say it?
because I prayed and I thought I heard God say do blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah, and then I did it,
And it
and
was
then
so
it didn't
wrong.
work out, and it was something else. So I don't think I can hear Him that clearly.
Yeah.
But in that practice of being quiet and settled, I don't know if I hear more clearly or if I'm more settled with whatever is. And so I'm not so attached
Yeah.
to what I did
That
to get there,
attachment.
but that I can accept that whatever the outcome was the outcome. And I don't think I could have gotten there without learning to sit and to be quiet
Yeah.
and to just kind of
So,
observe and
so
accept.
true.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes in those we come with what we think we want to hear too,
man.
and then so that
come with an
meditation,
agenda.
yeah, we come with that agenda saying, God, I'm gonna listen. I'm
Now,
sitting here,
this
but
what
you
I
already
wanna
know what
do.
I want God to tell me,
Right.
I already
right?
got the
Right.
answers.
And if it's anything different, nah, that ain't it, right?
Yeah.
But the process of meditation, like you said, just being with what is and being at peace and like letting things kind of come through and being able to determine what's me, what's ego, what's God, what's spirit, like what's all those things, and kind of being able to move from a more confident position at that point.
Preach, ladies, preach.
Yeah.
But that'll be like,
So
you know, part
true.
3 of meditate this
Yes.
conversation about meditation or something. I lean on relaxation meditations lately to help me sleep or when I wake up in the middle of the night to put me back to sleep. And it's so funny. The nights that I put a meditation on, a guided meditation to relax, I might hear settle into your body, get quiet, and then I'm done.
Then you're done. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Those apps, I think I had the big head when we were being trained a little bit. I think I got
How
a little
so?
cocky because I'd be like, I don't want to use those. I can't hear. I need to hear myself. But they are very useful. Like when you at nighttime, when you may not want to get out of bed, you might not want to set up, you might just need to get back to sleep.
Yeah.
a guided meditation is useful for that.
Yeah.
And you might just hear three words and be like, oh, okay, and then not remember what happened. So yeah, I think they're very useful. I mean,
Great tool.
However,
Gateway.
however it comes, whatever tool that you need to use, I think just start.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.